Are you ready to talk about the best of luxury beauty for 20% off? Your answer better be yes, because I'm about to tell you all of my recommendations for Violet Gray's Put It in the Bag sale, which is happening now, May 24th to May 30th. I am partnering with Violet Gray on this video to share all of my recommendations with you. And everything I'm going to discuss is going to be 20% off, no code needed. I've tested everything here. So everything will be linked below in the description box, as well as categorized by makeup, skincare, hair and body, as well as fragrance. I really love shopping at Violet Gray because they do a beautiful tightly edited curation of luxury beauty products. So rather than having the traditional retailer experience where they have thousands of products that may be overwhelming, Violet Gray actually tests and curates an edit of what they think is the best of each brand. And I really love the kind of personalized nature of their shopping experience. So I decided to curate this video around an edit of spring and summer essentials, or my favorite products that I like to wear in spring and summer. I know a lot of us are planning summer vacations, maybe you're going to a wedding, maybe you're going to the beach. So I wanted to select products that make me really happy, that make me excited for the summertime and for warm weather, and also products that my skin, my hair, my body needs in the warmer months. So let's start with makeup. I'm going to organize everything by brand and all of the brands alphabetically, just so it's easy for you to follow along. First up is Charlotte Tilbury, and Violet Gray stocks all of the iconic Charlotte Tilbury cult favorites. So they've got the pressed powder, contour wands, the highlighter wands. I actually want to talk about what's on my lips today, which I actually think is quite underrated from the brand. And this is their Happy Kiss lipstick. I think there is a longer name for this. The Hyaluronic Happy Kiss Color Lipstick Balm. So mine is in the shade Pillow Talk, and like I mentioned, it's what I'm wearing now. This is a click up lipstick, so you click it, a little bit comes up at a time, which is good because you cannot click it down. But this is a melty, shiny, creamy, almost like a lip mask feeling lipstick. You can see it's glossy and it's shiny, but it has the moisturization and the kind of comfort on the lips that a lip balm would. I'm just gonna swatch this for you now. It definitely has more of a tint than a traditional tinted lip balm. It's just a really beautiful formula. I thought of this for the spring summer theme because I find this shade to be so flattering. It's actually a little bit warmer and slightly peachier, I think, than the traditional Pillow Talk lipstick. I think this is a shade that really brings life to the face. It's the kind of shade that I would totally wear to a wedding, to a party, but I can also wear it casually if I'm just going out to dinner or if I'm out for the day and I want something comfortable on the lips. It's just such a versatile lip product. This also comes in a range of shades, so if you want something peachier, there's a really fun coral option. There's really something for everyone, but it's really this formula that I love. Next up is the Kjaer Weis blush. So I actually only have one of these, but I love the format of the Kjaer Weis blushes. You buy the blush and the blush palette separately. So this is a refillable format. You can buy any blush shade and stick it into the compact. They also have a really beautiful like silver hard shell compact if you're into that, but they have a range of shades, and Violet Gray has curated, I think, an edit of maybe 4 or 5 shades that I really love. Personally, I would go for the shade Sun Touched. I think Sun Touched is the closest to this shade I have, which is, I think it's called Desired Glow, but it's a very true cream blush formula. And what I mean by that is that it's neither too dewy nor matte. It is very creamy, very blendable, very buildable. You can apply with fingers, with a brush, with a sponge, however you want. And it sets down to a very natural skin finish. So it's not going to be glossy and like sticky on the cheeks, but it also isn't going to be powdery either. It just feels and looks like your skin. It gives you a very kind of blushing from within sort of look. It's a very beginner-friendly formula. This is the kind of cream blush I would recommend to anyone, even if you're a makeup minimalist and you just want one blush in your collection that you can wear day to day. But also, I think if you're a makeup maximalist, you would love it too. It just performs beautifully and it's really easy to use. You all know I love Make Beauty. I have fallen in love with the brand over the last year, and I pretty much love every single thing they do. One of my favorite products that they make is their serum balm. So this is a liquid lip balm, and it comes in this really beautiful packaging. It's very minimal, very chic, has that little window. This comes in about 5 shades. The one I have in front of you right now is Halo Moon, which is a very, very almost sheer pale pink. It has this really cute chubby doe foot applicator that just makes it so easy to apply. And I love the feeling of this because it's kind of like a gel. You're not really going to see the swatch of it, it's just a little bit of shine, but it feels like a lip treatment. It's not sticky, but it also doesn't slide around. It's not a very wet feeling formula. It just has this really beautiful, cushiony gel quality on the lips that nourishes the lips while also adding a little bit of something. And the tint is very sheer. So this is the kind of thing that I can wear on no makeup days without feeling weird about the contrast between no makeup and something on my lips. It's something that I even wear at night before I go to bed. It's just the kind of thing that lives in my purse because I love it so much and I can use something like this at any time. Let's talk about base. Violet Gray sent over a few products for me to test out for this video, and this product, the Sicily Double Tensor, was one of them. I just talked about it in a trying new makeup video and you saw me fall in love with it. I'm wearing it now and I've worn it every time I've done makeup since then. This has a cult following and I understand why. It's a gel consistency that starts out kind of fluid and spreadable, and then it goes through a texture change on the skin. As it sets down, it becomes slightly grippy in a way that holds on to your makeup. So for me, the day that I wore this, my skin looked so skin-like, but not mattified, but not oily either. It just looked skin-like all day long, but it also held on to the makeup so well. So I didn't have any fading of makeup. Usually cheek products are kind of the first thing to go when your makeup starts to fade. And my blush was so vivid at the end of the day, so well blended still, that I could not believe it. This one gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you that beautiful skin-like finish and long wear without being heavy on the skin at all. It's completely weightless, it's a gel consistency, and my mind is blown. It is $210, so that 20% will go a really long way for you here if it's something that you've been curious to try out. And I kind of understand now why so many people with so many different skin types love this. It serves sort of all of the needs and the best of both worlds without feeling like you're wearing anything on the skin. Let's talk about eyeliner. I am very, very, very picky when it comes to liquid liners, and Surratt makes my favorite liquid liner. So these are called the Autographique liquid liner, and what I love about them is that they are actually refillable. So they're a liquid liner with a brush tip. You can see here, it's a really fine brush tip that does not splay, it does not lose shape. It has remained super sharp and precise and pointy for years. Because it's designed to be refillable, the component itself is weighty, it feels really nice, and the brush is designed for longevity. So you can purchase the cartridges separately and continue to use the eyeliner year after year. On me, even as someone with hooded eyes, this formula does not skip, it does not bleed, and it does not smudge or smear. So it hits all of the marks for me, and I think it's just a beautifully made eyeliner. Surratt also does one of my favorite mascaras, which I don't have in my possession at the moment, but it's the Noir Lash Tint, and you've seen me use it on my channel before. It's the weirdest mascara. The brush looks like a little metal coil, and you pull the brush out and you're like, what's this gonna do? But somehow it builds the most beautiful, elongated, fluttery, wispy lash that lasts all day long. And it's just one of my favorites. It immediately shot into like my top 3 mascaras. And their Releve Lash Curler is also one of my favorites. It's just a really high quality, beautiful lash curler. Probably my favorite makeup brand that Violet Grey carries is Tom Ford Beauty. And you know, I just tested the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate blush in the shade Peach Poison, and I fell in love with it, and I'm wearing it today. This comes in a few different color stories, so if you like something a little bit more pink, a little bit warmer, a little bit more nude, they have something for you. This formula is stunning. It's like this silky, creamy powder that starts out sheer, but it's very buildable. It's very easy to use. You're not going to get any skipping, any patchiness, and it also lasts all day long. So when you're looking at a blush at this price point, you want high quality pigments. You want pigments that are going to last and that are going to look almost filtered and diffused on the skin. And the Tom Ford blush really, really does look like that. So each blush has a matte side and a slightly shimmery side. I wouldn't actually call this shimmery. If anything, it's a little bit luminous, but you don't actually see shimmer particles on the skin. So the way that I've worn this is as like a contoured blush look. So I've worn the deeper shade on the back of the cheek and then the peachier shade in the center of the cheek. But I've also blended them together, kind of just dipped my brush between both if you want to just create a monochromatic blush look. Specifically, this color story screams summer to me. I'm gonna be wearing it all summer, especially when you've got like a nice tan going, you've got that like bronzy makeup look going on. These are exactly the kinds of tones that I love to wear. So specifically the shade Peach Poison is what I would recommend for spring or summer. You know, I can't get through a recommendations video without talking about some of my favorite eyeshadow products ever. I talk about these all the time because they just stand the test of time. And to me, if you were my friend and you were saying, hey, I need an eyeshadow that's going to serve me through all different occasions, but I don't want a huge palette, what do I get? I will tell you these. I have told all of my friends to buy these. So let's start with the singles. These are the Tom Ford Cream and Powder Eye Duos. These are like the original cream shadows that for me kicked off the cream eyeshadow craze. So on the bottom, it's a dual-sided jar. On the bottom, you get a cream shadow. It's beautiful, it's shimmery, it's sheeny, it's moussey, kind of a whipped formula. And then on top, you get a pressed glitter that is twinkly. It's like a wet looking shine. So this one is Golden Peach and this one is Naked Bronze, which is obviously deeper, it's bronzier. If you like something a little bit smokier, that's great. But it also sheers out too. You could definitely make this daytime appropriate. And the topper is a little bit more gold. If you prefer a palette and a powder formula, I would recommend the Tom Ford Honeymoon Quad. You know I love it. So the Honeymoon Quad is the Tom Ford Wet Dry formula. So he has pressed powder formulas, but these are actually baked gelées. So they are a powder, but they have this kind of creamy, beautiful, glossy sheen to them. And to me, these are shades I wear all year round, but I especially wear in the summer. I just love that golden, twinkly, bronzy look that I can make a little bit rosier. I can make a little bit plummier, deeper, smokier with this shade. I am wearing a combination of Golden Peach as my base, and then I went in with the bronze and gold shades from Honeymoon, and then I used the topper in Golden Peach all over the eye. So here's Golden Peach. This is the cream, and that's the topper. That's the Naked Bronze cream, and the Naked Bronze Topper. So you can use these individually, you can use them together, you can layer them up for a kind of glossy eye look. So here are the honeymoon swatches, and you can see how incredibly smooth and reflective the formula is over the skin. And the last Tom Ford item is the Extreme Mascara, which is what I'm using today. I liked this when I first opened it, but you know when you've had a mascara open for a few weeks and it's really at its prime? That's where I'm at with this mascara, and it's so good. It creates length and it creates a fluttery lash, but it doesn't weigh the lash down. It doesn't get clumpy, it doesn't smudge, but it's also easy to remove at the end of the day. And so for me, it just hits all of the marks, and I find that this formula is really easy to build on itself, like multiple layers, and you can kind of keep going and keep going until you're ready to stop. So if you want to build a really dramatic lash, you can, or you can just do one really beautiful light coat over the eyes for daytime, let's say. We're moving into skincare, and I'm about to enter some uncharted waters. Are you ready to go there with me? Dun, da, da, da. Violet Grey was kind enough to send over a few products for me to try. And so I picked out a few items from a skincare line that is much discussed, but I've never tried. And I felt like as a creator, I need to have some literacy and some familiarity with these products. Now, you know where I stand on luxury purchases. At this price point, it's not really about need or must have. It's about indulgence, it's about the experience, it's about the ritual of beauty, not just as a functional thing, but as an experiential process. So I obviously haven't been able to try these products yet. They literally just showed up at my door the other day and I almost fainted. But I do want to point out some interesting things. I didn't realize that Augustinus Bader? I don't really know. I'm gonna say Augustinus Bader. I didn't know that they have refillable packaging, which I thought was really interesting. And I think, you know, at this price point, you are paying for the experience, you're paying for the packaging as well. And it's this beautiful glass vessel. Do you hear it? That's some fun ASMR for you. So it's this beautiful refillable glass vessel. I should probably mention what they are. I'm so excited that I didn't even tell you. So I have the serum and the eye cream. So you have this beautiful glass vessel that you could honestly repurpose as a vase. And then you get the product. So this is the serum, and you can sort of pop it into the vessel. I mean, are you dying? It's so beautiful. And then you can just repurchase the refills of the products. But I mean, it is an experiential product. Like, it is about feeling bad and bougie when you pull out your Augustinus Bader eye cream or your Augustinus Bader serum. So again, I can't speak to the product review just yet, but I did want to show you what the vessel looks like, what the unboxing experience is like, and also share the refillable quality with you. So the serum is like a clear blue glass, and the eye cream is a really nice kind of matte, soft silicone feeling vessel. And this is the eye cream, and you can just pop it in there. In terms of ingredients, both products contain the TFC8, which is the Augustinus Bader proprietary amino acids and vitamins formula. This also contains panthenol, squalane, plant oils, and niacinamide. So it's hydrating. That niacinamide is going to help brighten. The serum also contains their proprietary blend, as well as hydrating ingredients, rice bran oil, hyaluronic acid, camellia leaf extract. So this is also a hydrating serum. It's going to have some skin calming ingredients. Neither of these are very active formulas, which means that a lot of different skin types can use them without the risk of irritation. So I will report back. You will see some reviews of these once I've thoroughly tested them. But I wanted to include these because this brand is often excluded from other sales, and so that 20% off at this price point goes a really long way. On the more affordable end, Violet Grey also stocks Bioderma, which is one of my favorite skincare brands. Especially if you have sensitive skin, their Sensibio range is amazing. My favorite micellar water is from Bioderma. I always have it on hand, and it's their Sensibio H2O. And one of my favorite eye creams is the Bioderma Sensibio Eye Contour Gel, and that's a really lightweight formula. It sinks in really quickly. It wears beautifully under makeup. So especially on like long summer days, maybe you don't want something really rich or super occlusive around the eyes, that's when I turn to a formula like this. So there's really something for everyone at every price point here. Then let's talk about Chantecaille, one of my favorite skincare discoveries of last year, and a product that has truly changed my skin is the Chantecaille Jasmine and Lily Healing Mask. Now, I'm someone who I think knows a lot about skincare, but I truly can't explain what it is in this product or what this particular ingredient is in this product that makes it work. But here's what it does. For me, if I have redness in my skin, if I have heat, I have a little bit of rosacea, if I've had a breakout, if it's really hot, if I have any irritation from overusing actives, this mask calms my skin down. It like kind of sucks the redness out of my skin, sucks any heat out of my skin. And I don't really know how it works. I truly don't understand it. It's just a white, creamy texture. This is a new one actually, so I don't want to open it. But it's just a white cream that you apply as a wash-off mask or as an overnight mask. I like to use it as an overnight mask because I don't want to wash away the amazing ingredients in this. But every time I wake up, I have very smooth, very calm, very even-toned skin, and my skin feels really soft, and I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is about this mask, but it's kind of one of those SOS products that I turn to when I'm having trouble with my skin, and it just like takes it all away. The other mask I have from Chantecaille is a cult classic, and this is their Bio Lifting Mask. So this is a mask that plumps up the skin. It claims to create the appearance of lifted skin. And you know, I don't know if I'm in the target demographic for this, but I do know people with mature skin who swear by this. And I really love it too. I find it to be hydrating, softening, smoothing, and it does plump up the skin. And so by doing so, it creates the illusion of lifting. And I've really been enjoying this as well. Between the two for my skin type, I would go for this if you are someone who's more prone to sensitivity, if you have any redness in your skin, and if you have mature skin or dry skin, I would turn to this one because it's more of a traditional creamy lotion texture, whereas this mask stays a little bit white on the skin, so you will want to wash it off if you're going out some more. Let's talk about La Mer. La Mer is a brand that I don't know super well, but I have tried a few products, including one that made it into my 2021 skincare favorites, and that is the Hydrating Infused Emulsion. So you can think of an emulsion kind of as a liquefied moisturizer. It has a combination of both water-based and oil-based ingredients. So it is milky and it's really hydrating without the texture of a moisturizer. And I have loved this so much. I've loved it as a hydrating layer under a richer moisturizer at night. And I've also loved this as a moisturizer during the day. So if you have oily combo skin and you don't want a really, really rich moisturizer, this might be something to try within the La Mer range. I'll just show you the texture real quick since this one is something I use a lot. So it has that pump and it's really milky and it spreads out beautifully and it just sinks in so nicely and it leaves my skin feeling velvety soft. It does have the La Mer scent, which is floral. It's kind of powdery, botanical. It's actually really grown on me and I really like it. I find it quite comforting. and just relaxing. It reminds me of a spa. I've also tried the Creme de la Mer, which I do really enjoy. And if you want something super thick and rich and buttery to sort of seal in your skincare routine, especially if you have dry skin, it is beautiful. And the people that love La Mer love La Mer. On me, it's a little bit rich, especially going into the warmer months, but I have enjoyed it in the winter months. The newest La Mer item I'm testing is the eye concentrate. And Violet Grey sent over this one to me, and it comes with a really cute little metal applicator. I've actually used this before because my mom had it, and I stole it from her. And I really liked it. It has this really rich, creamy texture. But even though it's creamy and rich, it actually like sinks in so beautifully. And I don't quite understand texturally how it does that. It just seems to like melt into the under eye and around the eye area. And it's just a really lovely eye cream, lovely texture to use. It's not as scented as the Creme de la Mer or the emulsion. But yeah, there's just something about this texture that is so beautiful. And I think people of all ages and all skin types would really enjoy this texture. At a more approachable price point, let's go back to Make Beauty. Two of my favorite items, skincare items that Make Beauty makes that's stocked at Violet Grey are the Pre-Cleanse Fluid, which is an oil cleanser. And it's beautiful. It is rich, but it also emulsifies so nicely. It becomes really milky and it breaks down makeup and SPF. It's just super effective without drying out your skin and without leaving like a weird film behind. The other item is the Succulent Skin Gel Cream. Both of these were in my 2021 skincare favorites as well. This is a gel cream that I think even normal and maybe even dry skins might like as a hydrating layer. So it comes in this beautiful tube. It has a squeezy pump applicator, and it's a gel cream that is truly deeply hydrating. So it spreads out really nicely. And you know, some gel creams actually kind of evaporate into nothingness if they're a little bit too lightweight. The Succulent Skin Gel Cream, which I love the name of it, actually feels like it plumps up the skin and hydrates throughout the day. It also makes a beautiful base under makeup. It has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and so I think a lot of skin types will really like this. I actually have friends with dry skin on Instagram. I can't remember who, but someone I know said that they have dry skin and they actually use this almost even like a serum because it plumps up the skin and then they seal it in with a richer moisturizer. So I think it's a real crowd pleaser. And for me, with oily combo skin going into warmer months, I definitely transition into lighter weight moisturizers during the daytime especially, and this is definitely a go-to. Another cult favorite item that I am testing is the Sicily Black Rose Cream Mask. So people love this product. It is a creamy mask that you leave on for 10 to 15 minutes and you can tissue off. Some people don't. I have not tried it yet, but I'm really excited to try it. It's another item that Violet Grey sent over, and I will definitely be sharing my review. But part of the reason why I wanted to mention it here is because it is such a cult favorite that I wanted to test it. I wanted to mention it because I know people oftentimes save up so that they can purchase something like this during a sale. I'm definitely new to the world of Sicily skincare, but I thought this would be the right place to start. I really quickly want to mention Supergoop, especially going into the summer months. I know people really love their SPFs, and Violet Grey stocks all of the brand favorites. So they have Unseen, they have Supergoop Play, they have the body oil, which is a huge favorite of mine, especially for beachy poolside activities. It's like a dry oil spray that has SPF 50. And they also have Glow Screen. They have all of the Supergoop favorites on there. Then I've got another 2021 skincare discovery and favorite. So this is the U Beauty the Super Hydrator. And this is described as a moisturizer, but it's almost like an emulsion as well. It comes in this beautiful, like sleek packaging. And the Super Hydrator is almost like a milky fluid moisturizer. It comes out like this, almost like the La Mer emulsion. This one's a little bit richer than the La Mer emulsion. It actually, when you spread it out on the skin, it feels like a moisturizer. But even though it's runny in texture, it is so richly, deeply hydrating. Like I could use this, and I have used this as my night cream, because it has this beautiful emollient property. It almost creates this cocoon-like veil, like a seal over your skin, and it feels very protective and skin strengthening and barrier strengthening. I also just tested the U Beauty the Plasma Lip Compound. The brand sent this over to me. It's a really luxurious lip mask. It feels like a lip treatment. It comes in this beautiful peachy, squeezy tube. And this contains ceramides, it contains hyaluronic acid. It does have a slight, ever so slight pinky tint. It's not actually going to look like color on your lips. It just kind of makes your lips look juicier and a little bit more alive, if you will. Let's talk about a few tools and devices. The first I want to mention is actually with me in my videos all the time, even though you don't always see it, and that is my Ricky skinny mirror. So let me show you. I have the camera right in front of me, and underneath the camera, I have this mirror. So this is amazing because it comes with a stand and it's very brightly lit with LED lights. So there are 3 different levels of brightness and you can control it with Bluetooth. It also comes with a magnetic phone clip that you can clip onto the mirror if you're creating content. It also comes with a magnified mirror that you can snap right onto the mirror itself. And this was an investment for me at the time when I purchased it, but it's been so useful because there are times when the lighting isn't great and I need to, film a get ready with me or something. I think it's also great even if you're not a creator and maybe you won't use the phone stand. I think it's amazing for if you don't have great lighting wherever you're doing your makeup. Ricky mirrors are super high quality. The lighting is true to color. It's very bright. It can get very bright. And the products are very durable. It's the kind of thing that I also think makes a really good gift because people don't necessarily think to buy this kind of thing for themselves, but it's a great item and a very useful, pragmatic item to have around. Then I've got a new to me device that I'm going to start testing. So this is the Zip GX series microcurrent device. So this comes with the conductive gel, the Zip gel, which you need to safely use a microcurrent device. So it looks like this. It almost looks like a computer mouse. It's very sleek. It has this like gold around the side and it's rechargeable. And this is the button that you push to start the device. So I am familiar with microcurrent. I've used microcurrent devices and they're basically used for toning and creating the appearance of lifted skin. Their results are not permanent, but they are noticeable while you are using them if you are using them consistently. I think a sale is a nice time to invest in a product like this if you have been wanting to try it, if you are going to be consistent. So what really drew me to Zip is that they have your pre-programmed settings that you can use every day, easy peasy. But they also have an app where they give you targeted exercises to work particular areas of the face. So let's say you want to work on contouring the jawline, or you want to contour the cheekbone, or maybe you want to create a little bit of a brow lift. They will give you exercises that are a few minutes long that help you follow along. So they're also giving you updates through the app and they're teaching you how to best utilize the device and allowing you to have this experience, this kind of educational experience, and basically just telling you what to do, I think is really useful because I think a lot of people are curious about microcurrent, but they're intimidated or they don't understand if they're using their device correctly. And so having the app where you can literally just follow along, I think is really, really valuable for people. So that's why I really wanted to test this. I will obviously report back, but I have a lot of friends that use this and say that it's their favorite microcurrent device. So I'll keep you posted, but I did want to mention that because 20% off a device like this can go a long way. That's it for skincare. Let's move into some hair care. If you have long hair and you don't have an Aquas hair turban, you're really, really missing out. Basically, this is a hair turban. It's like a towel material, but it's very soft. It's microfiber, and you wrap it around your head the way you do with a towel. And it has a little button that you can hook onto for some extra security atop the head. So it wicks moisture out of your hair. And so you're able to dry your hair more quickly. So if you air dry your hair, it cuts down that time. If you blow dry your hair, it cuts down that time too, because you're able to sort of halfway dry your hair before you heat dry it. And that can help prevent hair damage, hair breakage, and just help you apply less heat on your hair overall. For Bioderma body care products, the Autoderm line is my personal favorite. They have a shower oil, which I've talked about many, many times. If you haven't used a shower oil, you should start here because it is almost like a cleansing oil for the body. It's an oily texture that turns a little bit milky, and it really gives the skin a thorough cleanse, but it also moisturizes the skin at the same time, and it rinses completely clean. And the Autoderm body lotion is beautiful. It's very comforting. It's non-scented. If you have rosacea, if you have dermatitis, if you have any sort of barrier issues, any irritation, the Autoderm body cream is a beautiful option for calming the skin. For hair, I really love the Christophe Robin products. I always talk about their purifying scalp scrub. It's a salt scrub that really gives you a very clarifying cleanse. It is the kind of thing you want to work into the scalp. You want to take some time because the salt particles are quite large. It's almost like rock salt, but as it sort of melts down, it turns into a really nice lather. And if you have, dry shampoo buildup or any other product buildup on the scalp, it will give you the most thorough cleanse. For me, it's the kind of thing I like to use every 2 weeks or so. Not every single time I wash my hair, but every couple of weeks, just to make sure that I'm really thoroughly cleansing the scalp. Something new to me in the body care category is the MUTHA body butter. This is so beautiful. Isn't it just like a work of art? It has this like curved dip in the lid that is so gorgeous. It comes with a spatula, and this is like a shea butter base, but it also has botanicals. I think it also has coconut oil, and it's just, she's thick. Like, it's a very rich, almost like balmy kind of body butter. This is also something that Violet Grey recently sent over, so I haven't had a chance to really try it, but I want to talk about the texture because it's not like any other body cream. It's almost like a balm. It's closest to a balm because it starts out solid, but then you work it into the skin and it turns into like an oil. And it smells like botanicals. It has this citrusy, a little bit floral kind of a note. And I think you can tell even by the sheen on my hand from that little bit of product that it very much is an emollient, oily, rich kind of texture. So I'm really excited to dig into this. To me, this is like an indulgent spa-like body product. It's not the kind of thing that you want to just throw on and then put jeans on. No, you want to really give it time to sink in, to work it into the skin, even massage it into the skin. It's very much about the ritual and the indulgence of your body care routine. The next body care brand is one you hear me talk about all the time, on my channel, and that's Necessaire. And I pretty much love everything Necessaire does. I love their body serum, which is kind of a lightweight serum consistency that sinks in really quickly and hydrates the skin. I love their body lotion for something a little bit richer but not too occlusive. I love the body oil to amp up the emollients in a body care routine, especially around your knees or your elbows if you need a little extra love. And I love their body wash. In fact, I just emptied 2 body washes almost at the same time recently, and I was really sad about it. They do a fragrance-free version, which is great for sensitive skin. And they do a few other scents, but eucalyptus is my current Necessaire favorite scent. It's just very fresh and a little bit sharp and like a true green eucalyptus scent. It's very refreshing. And I also love their hand cream. It comes in a really sleek, sexy metal tube. I mean, all of the Necessaire packaging is very sleek and minimal and chic. The hand cream really moisturizes the hands, but it's not oily. It doesn't leave residue behind, and it sinks in really quickly. I actually keep one by my desk because I can apply it, work it into the hands, and go right back to working without worrying about leaving like a greasy residue all over the place. For a little bath time indulgence, I really have fallen in love with Suzanne Kaufmann's bath products. So this is the oil bath for the senses. How beautiful is this? It actually has a piece of rosemary that is in the oil. And this contains oil of ylang ylang, patchouli, and lavender. It just has the most incredible green, fresh scent, and it moisturizes the skin while you're in the bath. I also love the Mallow Blossom Bubble Bath, which smells like mallow and lavender oil. It kind of has almost like a creamy feeling. It definitely bubbles up, and then it feels like kind of creamy on the skin. It like coats the skin. It makes you feel really moisturized, and these are just heavenly. If you love to take a bath, you will love these. The last thing I want to mention for hair is actually hair tools, and my favorite brand of hair tools, which is T3. So whenever I curl my hair or I do waves, my favorite curling tool is the T3 curling iron. They do a curling iron as well as a curling wand, and they do ones with regular attachments or interchangeable attachments. So whatever your preference is, T3 has it. They heat up so evenly, so quickly. They reduce damage across the hair. And I just find that they're so elegant in their user experience. There's no tangling, there's no snagging. I also have their Lucia straightener, which is beautiful. It's the only straightener I use. And most recently, I got my hands on the T3 airbrush, which is like a blow dry brush with a brush attachment. So if you're into something like that, that's a great option. It's very easy to get that blowout sort of look. So T3, in my opinion, just makes some of the best hair tools, and they're pretty much all I use. So I'm gonna wrap everything up with fragrance, which includes perfumes as well as home fragrance. So let's talk about a new favorite candle. I just ordered this and I got it in recently. So recently I haven't lit it yet, but this is the DS and Durga Big Sur After Rain candle. The scent description is rainwater in eucalyptus groves off Highway 1, young green shoots, long spears, russet underbrush. So I'm relatively new to the world of DS and Durga, but they do really cool, kind of poetic niche fragrances. And I've had my eye on this candle for a long time because I am from California. I live in LA, I grew up in LA, but Big Sur has always been a very special place to me. It's a place that I went to with my family when I was younger. I've gone with friends, and I've just spent a lot of time there. And so this candle just kept calling my name. To be honest, I had a hard time imagining what a Big Sur After Rain candle could smell like. And then I smelled this and I felt like emotional. The second I opened the box, it just like evoked all of these memories of driving in the rain off of the one, of walking around like in the woods. And it definitely is eucalyptus heavy, but it also captures the scent of like wet asphalt. and fresh rain, green rain, that kind of damp, deep, foresty scent. And if you love a woodsy scent, if you love a green scent, if you love a fresh scent, I think you'll really love this. I've also heard from candle reviews that the throw is very good. Obviously, I have not lit it, so I can't speak to that quality of it quite yet. But if you love Big Sur, if you love eucalyptus, if you like trying new candles, this might be one to try, because the second I opened the box, it just like blew me away. Then I have a perfume that is iconic, a cult favorite. People love it. And I wasn't sure how I would feel about it, but Violet Grey graciously sent this over and I've fallen head over heels. So it's Portrait of a Lady by Frederic Malle, which is probably the best known perfume in their line. It comes in this gorgeous packaging. You slide open the little drawer and this is the perfume. I actually don't have any perfume on today, so I'm going to use this because, oh my gosh, it just smells so good. Here's the description. It has benzoin, cinnamon, sandalwood, and above all musk, which I love, and that's what drew me to this scent. It has patchouli and frankincense. It takes off with an excessive dosage of the best Turkish rose, berries, and spice accord. So when you first apply it, it is kind of like a sharp green sort of rose. And it has a bit of spice, and then it just evolves so much throughout the day. It becomes more woodsy, like that sandalwood, earthy patchouli note comes out. And then by the end of the day, it's this kind of very soft, like skin-like kind of scent. I also love the name Portrait of a Lady. It evokes a very like classic French, chic, expensive woman. There's something very interesting and kind of poetic and almost like old world about it. So yeah, I'm really loving it. It's my first Frederic Malle perfume, and I can tell you it won't be my last. Continuing with the Frederic Malle theme, I also picked out the Country Home Candle. This is not a summery scent, but the scent is so incredible and just like powerful and poetic that I just had to tell you about it. Even the box itself is gorgeous. It has this magnetic closure and you open it up and you see the gorgeous ceramic vessel. It's this kind of like stone white all around, and then it has the red interior. Here's how the brand describes this. Family and friends gather around the fireplace after a long country walk, removing their coats and holding their palms up to the flames. The children throw themselves onto the warm carpet, rolling around excitedly while the voices above their heads, under the spell of burning wood, breathe sighs of happy relief. This makes me feel like I'm a wealthy Englishman. I'm at my expensive castle that I've inherited throughout 15 generations, and we just got home from the hunt. I don't know what we're hunting. I've never been hunting, but we got home from the hunt. We've removed our shoes and we're sitting down at a crackling fire, and it's smoky and inviting and kind of leathery. I'm enjoying my generational wealth. That's what this reminds me of. But honestly, if you like Nest Hearth, if you like any other woodsy, like actually smoky candles, this is the candle for you. There's something in it that is elevated and just expensive smelling. So I'm really excited to burn this. Again, it's not a summer candle, but it just smells so good that I had to let you know. And the last perfumes I'll mention are the Tom Ford perfumes. So Violet Grey carries a beautiful curation of the Tom Ford perfumes. They have Lost Cherry, they have Tuberose New, they have Ombre Leather, they have Tobacco Vanille, which is what I have here. And I think they've done a really beautiful job of creating an edit of Tom Ford perfumes, because there really are so many Tom Ford perfumes. And if you don't know where to start, they've kind of curated the best of the best. So that is everything. If you've made it this far through my kooky candle and perfume reviews, Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything, leave them in the comments below and I'll meet you there. And I would also love to know if you're picking up anything, if you've already picked up anything, if you're eyeing anything. I'm just always curious to know what people are actually spending your hard-earned money on. Thank you so much again to Violet Grey for sponsoring this video. If you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye!